phone away?
No. Okay, fine.
Show is starting, Andy. Oh, God, now there's so many options.
So many.
What are you doing? Knocking my coffee over and shit?
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
All right.
Oh, how bright that is.
You think it's bright?
Casper, friendly ghost.
Alrighty. So, episode 74.
73?
73?
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought you said it was 75.
No.
Wait.
No, I thought it was supposed to be 74, but you're like, nope, we're at 73.
What's up, Boss Fighter? Literally just made the freaking title. And Boss Fighter, what's the title say? You tell us what episode this is.
I lost count after 5, to be honest with you. I paid that much attention.
5?
5. I lost track after 5.
That was a long time ago, too.
It really was? I had way less gray hair then.
No, you didn't.
I think over the course of us doing the show, you've just been giving me more and more gray hair.
I've given you the gray chin hairs.
Oh, yeah, probably.
That's it.
Yeah.
This says episode 73. I was right.
Okay. So we are at 73.
I said 74.
You did. You were not right. Not at all.
75. You said 75. You said 73.
I feel like now we've just turned into an auction. 74. Do I hear 75? 75. 76? 76? Sold! To the toothless woman in the back row.
Toothless?
Toothless.
A little stereotyping of auction goers. You ever been to an auction? Is it something you have to think about?
Does eBay count?
No.
Oh, then no. I've not been to an
I
auction.
always wanted to go. I want to go.
I wouldn't know what was going on. By the time that I actually made the decision that I was going to bid on something, it would probably already be sold out from under me.
My fear would be that I would be buying things that typically I wouldn't buy because of the fear of it being bought out from underneath me. You know what I mean? So, like, they might say, oh, next up we have this limited edition Batman cookie jar. And I'm just like, man, I like cookies. I kind of like Batman. It's comic book related. I need it.
I kind of like Batman.
I need it right now. Yeah.
I've decided this is a thing that I am purchasing.
I'm just like, they start the bidding out at $20. $300. I don't want anyone else to buy it. I need this right now. That's a problem I would have.
I'm actually glad that real auctions aren't done like eBay. Like eBay, so I don't know what your experience with eBay has been. But I always hated that, so I would look for something that I really wanted. And I'm like, I don't want to buy it at the value of it on Google. Like, I want to buy it for what I want to pay for it. So then I'll go to eBay, I'll find somebody selling it. Auction is ending in 6 days. It is like a fourth of the price that I would spend on it. So I'm like, oh, this person only wants like $20 for it. I'll do 23 max bid. And I will not get an email saying anything about the price being adjusted for 5 out of the next 6 days that auction is active for. And then on that last day, up to the last 2 hours, people are sneaking in bids to try to gyp you by pennies on this auction. And I'm like, how cutthroat is that? Like, if you were at a real auction and people were like, all right, we're about to sell this Ming vase, Han Dynasty, going for $1,000. I'll take $1,001. I have $1,001. Do I hear anything else? No? 1,000 going once? 1,000 going twice? So, 1,002. Oh, to the person for 1,002.
Yeah, I just want to go. I don't know if it's so much the fact that I just want to be involved in an auction or the fact that I just want to, just be there, just experience it.
I would be in my normal self at an auction, which I think would be to the detriment of all involved.
As it usually is.
As it usually is. Just like, like they keep putting up item after item and then like, I'm bored now. Put on something good.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing too. You'd have to go to an auction, like the whole storage wars thing that kind of piqued the interest of going to an auction for storage units.
Is that even a thing?
Mm-hmm.
It is a thing.
As a matter of fact, there's one right down the road, and every month they have an auction.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, there's an idea.
Hmm.
Maybe that's something we can actually visit and record things with.
Hmm. Tell you what, if the storage unit belonged to a Wiccan, I can't participate.
You said that, not me. Anyway, no,
I have $5 for the Book of Shadows. $5. What? I was going once.
Next up, we have this antique Necronomicon.
Tiny statue of Baphomet.
Jesus. Yeah, I just come home like I bought it all. I wanted this stuff.
Honey, you complained that we didn't have any Halloween decorations. Well,
Halloween. This is for Christmas. Yeah, I mean it's it's ran the same way. I'd imagine that have you ever seen the show Storage Wars?
briefly.
I'd imagine it's the same way. You just cut the locks, you open it up, and get a look in for a couple seconds, whatever, and it's just like, okay, who wants it? I don't know if I'd have the trained eye for it. But that being said, I also don't know how much stuff would be identifiable that I would want. Because I'd imagine the things that I would want would be like collectible stuff, like comic books, maybe trading cards, video games.
Yeah.
This stuff is going to be packed away in boxes.
Yes.
Boxes, binders, cases. You're not going to see them. Like out in the open or anything. So it's just like, to me, I don't know. I don't know if it would be worth it for me, because like I'd go in there and be like, that could be a whole series of, encyclopedias, but there might be an Amazing Fantasy 15 in there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth $30 just to try to get, But then, at the same time, there might be some stuff in there that I'd be interested in, but not used. Like, it might be like, oh, look, another air fryer. Ooh. Everyone knows I want another air fryer, but I certainly don't want a used air fryer,
I would hang on there every word only to find disappointment at the other end, because it's like, all right, and then this next slot, we have a box, of unopened, collectors, vintage, dildos. Oh. $5.
Yeah. I think for me it would be like, because I don't think they really, I don't know. I don't know if there's like themed ones. Like, can I go to an auction that is just based around comics? But even then, if I go to that, I am bidding against literally everyone there. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, it's not that's a comic that's worth $300. They're starting to bid at $25. Let me see if I can undercut the hell out of this. Try to get a really great deal. If I could walk away with it for $40, I'm happy. So all I need to happen is no one else here knows about comic books.
Well, and that's the thing. In like today's day and age, especially since the internet is so prevalent, before you start an auction of just like random stuff, wouldn't you do like a cursory Google search to be like, all right, what is this? Really? Oh, start the bidding at $80.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Then there's also the argument to be made where... Oh, fuck, I lost what I was going to say.
Like, would you do that for a yard sale? Okay, have you ever had a yard sale? Like, hosted a yard sale? No. So, hypothetically, let's say that you do host a yard sale. Okay? And you have found your items that you want to drag out to the street and put on a table in what was supposed to be a nice day, but then it started to trickle.
Are we speaking from experience?
No, not at all. Do you look up prices on what the thing is going for, or do you just say, you know what, everything in this box can go away for $5? I don't even care what it is. Or, do you put any research into something before you sell it out on your front lawn, or you just do like, the whole thing of like, make me an offer? And
I feel like that's why I've never done a yard sale, because I feel like I know the value of everything that I have, and knowing the value of everything I have, it's going to be priced way too high for a yard sale standards. So, like, if I brought these comic books out there, for example, I can easily be like, okay, this is going to go for 10. That's going to go for 250. That's going to be about 125. This is about 85. None of these are going to fucking sell. But, you know, what might sell is if I took this one, this one, this one, maybe that one up there, and that's all I'd be willing to part with. And, you know, the 4 of them, maybe I could find another random 5th one on a wall somewhere. And the set itself, I'd be willing to part with for like $10. And maybe that might sell, but even then, I feel like you're getting 5 comics for $10. Get out of here. That's $2 a comic. Not buying that, you know? So it's just, I feel like no matter what, I'm not going to be able to sell stuff because I'm not going to be willing to part with it for the price that they want to give me for it.
Yeah. And that's the thing, especially when you try to recoup some of your losses, like, you know, oh, I spent this much money on this. I need to at least sell it for this much.
See, that's not what I'm trying to do, because this was $1. This was free, and it's worth 80, and I'm not getting anything less than 80 for it, or I'm not asking for anything less than 80. That one up there, I don't even know what I paid for it. Maybe 10, maybe 5. It's first appearance of Archangel. And hopefully with the whole Disney merger, they might bring him back.
Oh, maybe.
And if this thing decides to make a movie, maybe that'll go up. We'll see. He's been talking about it for a while. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. But the Rick and Morty one is the first printing. Can you see it from up there? No. It's a glare. The first appearance of Carnage became popular because of Venom movie. And I'm kind of... I'm torn
Marvel's
on
doing
that
another one.
What's that?
Marvel's doing another one.
Another what?
Another, like, Maximum Carnage type crossover.
I seen that, yeah. I did. That's not even a Maximum Carnage thing.
No, but it just made me think of it.
Yeah. So, I'm torn on this one because I'm worried. I know it's going for a lot right now, but I'm worried that once the movie comes out, if it's crap, is it still going to go for a lot?
Maybe. It is Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. I recognize this place. What's up, Gangrene?
Did you see it in your dreams? Maybe a nightmare?
He's seen it last night.
Is it a wet dream?
He was here last night.
Oh. The implications of that alone. What do you do when I'm not here?
He's one of the streamer friends that came over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from New York.
New York.
Well, he specifically is from Philly, but now lives in New York.
Oh, so do you find that your Philly accent gets worse being in New York, or do you just like convert straight over to New York?
See, the funny thing is, the whole lot of them, because there was 4 of them last night that came here, and all 4 of them the entire time shitted on New Jersey, and I'm just like, you guys are from New York, like, come on,
right? That's like having a really noisy, obnoxious upstairs neighbor. That's New York.
Yeah, who would do that? They lived upstairs.
Yeah.
Thanos Darkseid 2020. Antonio Fett, what's up, dude? Yeah, exactly right. I try to convert, but once in a while it pops out. I hate it. Wait, I mean, why? How could you? You would hate trying to.
Hate keeping the Philly accent.
Yeah, over the New York accent.
Over the New York accent? I don't know, man. How do you say sauce?
Sauce. Or dogs.
Yeah, dogs. Don't walk the dog. Hope he doesn't make any sauce on my neighbor's lawn.
And then all of a sudden, like, the Baja Men is hard to sing.
Yeah.
Who let the dogs out?
Off. Off. It's not how dogs bark.
That's how the dogs bark. Off.
Woof.
That's terrible.
It is pretty terrible. No.
But yeah, to go back on the whole auction thing, one other thing I always thought of is if you go to an auction, is it similar to hate drafting?
You specifically bid on something you know somebody else wants.
You specifically bid on something that you know someone else wants for the purpose to try to drain their account, so when something you want comes, there's less potential bidders.
Hold on. Do you actually get an itemized listing of the stuff that's offered in the auction? Because if I mean, see
even
list,
if you don't, though, and you just,
I don't know what he's here to buy.
Okay, but again, we're I just hate sounding like my grandmother and different from everyone around me. Well, I mean, all right. Variety's the spice of life, man.
Yeah, right. You know how often I got picked on? Okay, so quick aside here on this whole thing.
Okay.
Because I might have said it before on this podcast, but that was back when we didn't have faces. I lived in Las Vegas for a little bit, and being out there, having a New Jersey accent in Las Vegas. First of all, they said that the name of their state was Nevada, not Nevada. I say Nevada because I'm human. Nevada sounds terrible. Like, I figure, like, whenever anybody
because
said...
I'm human.
Because I'm human. Nevada sounds like Joe Pesci has got me up by the collar and he's screaming at it in my face. Nevada! Nevada! You're in Nevada! Visit the Hoover Dam! Nevada!
Does he need, like, a step stool?
He probably does. Like, it just sounds so stupid. Like, Nevada. Oh, let me correct you. You're in Nevada. I hated it. Nevada. That's way more culture than those people deserve when you actually pronounce it like a human being. Nevada. Oh, hello. I seem to have stumbled into Nevada.
Yeah, because that's how you talk.
Yeah, Nevada.
Why don't you tell them about your favorite Italian soup with the beans and macaroni and...
Minestrone?
No.
Italian wedding?
No, keep going. I will strike you down where you sit. You know what I'm trying to ask you.
You mean fagioli? Pasta e fagioli. That's how it's listed on the damn menu. And when I ordered it, I'm the monster. I just wanted fagioli, and they're like, no, that's pasta fazool. There's no Z in it. How do you expect anybody to pronounce that if you're making up letters in your food? All right, fine. Then I won't order the fajoule or whatever the hell you call it. Just give me the ganache.
The ganache?
What? I wanted chicken ganache. What, is that so hard? Gnocchi, right? That's how they say it? Like,
yeah,
gnocchi.
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 Right.
Gnocchi?
Gnocchi.
That sounds like a 3-year-old that doesn't like what they're eating. Ew, gnocchi. Gnocchi. There's no Y in it.
But there's a CH. You don't even enunciate the CH on it.
Yeah, there's so much that you don't actually pronounce on that thing. At least ravioli had the common decency to be ravioli. I read that right. Lasagna?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Lasagna. You want to have some lasagna? Just sheets of pasta noodles?
With,
It's like 7-layer cake, but nobody decided they like sugar anymore.
with...
Like, it's like you bake an Italian cake. It's just lasagna noodles with sauce in the middle, and for some reason ricotta, because they don't know how to substitute icing yet.
Wait, what did you call it?
Ricotta. Is that not how you pronounce that either?
My family's always called it ricotta.
What? That sounds like something you say when you have an upset stomach. Ricotta. Oh, excuse me. It's not ricotta? Oh my god.
You're killing me right now.
Well, it's not my fault Italian is stupid. Language will love my ass.
Whew, literally my jaw hurts right now. Holy shit. No, I still think it's to go back to gnocchi if we can for a second. I didn't want to derail you. You were on a roll. So, how did you say it was pronounced?
Ganache.
Ganache. Okay,
Yeah,
so you do pronounce the CH. Yeah.
Yeah, chicken ganache.
Okay. Just says he really hates Italian food.
Yeah, I'm with you, man, because they have three levels of Italian food.
No. He said he really hates Italian, like, as in you really hate Italian food.
Oh, yeah, no, it's terrible. So, all right, I like sauce. I mean, pizza's not bad, and technically that's even Chinese. But what?
Pause. He's from Philly.
Okay.
That's it correctly.
Za.
No, gravy.
Gravy. Gravy my ass. Gravy my ass. Gravy is brown, sir. That is it. Oh my god. I do not friggin' call something else just because I want it to sound better. Like, that's just an arbitrary name
You literally
change.
just sat here and said it's called gnocchi. It's called lasagna.
Because that's
you know
how it's...
why? Because you wanted it to sound better.
Because that's the way it's spelled. You can't just make up how something sounds when you're like, okay, I'm going to use the American alphabet, and I'm just going to make it sound like whatever. I'm not even going to adhere to it. Fagioli. Fagioli is what it's called, because that's how it's spelled. Especially if the noodles are too close to each other.
No, actually, that's not an Italian thing, Gangrene. That's, from what I understand, that's like a South Jersey, Philly thing.
Gravy.
Yeah.
No, it's sauce.
Because, like, actual, or maybe just an American Italian thing, but just actual Italians are just like, we don't call it that. We call it sauce. You know, like, well, I'm sure there's a lot more of emphasis all over the place.
Probably.
We call it a sauce.
You're talking with their hands.
Yeah.
Hey!
I was lied to my whole life.
We are going to give you so much starch, you're going to get nice and fat. You know why we don't have a public transportation in Italy? Because you can't get more than 5 people on the damn bus. Because they're too busy eating a food. You sit down in a restaurant in Italy, and they give you food.
Can you do the accent without pinching nipples?
Well, that's how I know I have to...
It's method acting.
It's method acting. It's like a crane game, but upside down. I'm going to find your nipple. You just hold it still.
Oh my god.
I bet under that work shirt you got a mesh shirt, you fagioli. That's exactly how that goes.
Shit. Woo! Well, it was fun on Twitch. Oh my god.
What, I call him a soup. And we haven't even started the episode, technically. Like, this is all the...
gonna suck now.
This is all the pre-game bullshit that we just go through.
Oh my god.
Hell of a warm-up, though.
I didn't even get water. I'm not even prepared for this.
Not at all.
Wow. Wow. I'm gonna have
If you got any other languages you want me to make fun of, I'll do it.
Yes, soda. All right.
Like, I'm not a fan of the French either. You want to throw something at me for that?
No.
Stupid American.
Can only imagine what's gonna happen if something starts with an NI or something.
What, Nigeria?
No, stop. You stop right now. We're gonna start the show.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, start it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 73 of the Side Splitters. My name is Andy.
And I am so confused by the way you just did that intro, but my name is Lyle.
Exactly. And today we are going to hope to leave you, as well as Lyle, in stitches.
Oh my god.
Here at Side Splitters.
Yeah, there you go. There's the intro. Mm-hmm. That's a special treat there. You see, Andy only does the intro for the show once. What is that? 3 times now you've done it?
Yeah. That would be the magic 3. I'm terrible at it.
He is. But,
I really am.
What a show we have for you guys. We are going to be discussing some things tonight regarding Google.
Google is a good place to start.
You did the intro.
Oh, so, okay. So, it is no surprise, especially anybody that, is looking at us right now with comic books hanging in the background, that we are nerds.
No, wait a minute. We're not going into the Google thing yet.
No?
No, I'm saying what else do we have in store?
Oh. Right.
This is part of the intro, man.
Part of the intro, right. So we're going to be talking about Google. Mm-hmm. We are going to be talking about people being nitpicky about the things that they buy for almost no reason, really. What?
Nothing.
Okay. And then we are going to, of course, have a couple of good stories for clickbait news, as we often do. I'm just going to talk over that so you don't hear that he lost air. And,
I need something, man.
Yeah, right. And then I guess we're going to talk about what I usually talk about when I don't have anything else to talk about. Lyle's mom.
Oh, Mama Gusher. My stream knows her.
Oh. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
So...
Dude, I'm just along for the ride. You want me to actually plan out the episode? I have no idea. I am the rubber tree. Just give me something, and I'll give it back.
Gangrene says 73, and this is the first time I actually see one. Nice. This is the first episode for Gangrene Gaming.
Oh! Well, you have not much to catch up on. I can give you a synopsis of like the 5 episodes worth watching, and then you'll catch up with everybody else, I'm sure.
Well, no, because the 5 episodes worth hearing?
Hearing! Right!
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you don't know that we switched over to video, which
Yeah.
I think is a very big disservice to humanity as a general thing.
We should probably touch on that. Let me not stop you. Go on.
No, so we, for the while, we were doing some really low quality podcasting, if I do say so, ourselves. More on my end than Lyle's, because...
Don't you point this way.
My hands are still stuck in Italian mode. So, like, we were doing this over Skype calls, and I was doing it through my Xbox, and my, it wasn't even, like, a good headset. It was, like, the knockoff brand, like, Walmart-style headset that I was using. And, like, it was pretty bad, but we still had good moments. Like, it was still a fun show.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you could still understand what it was legible.
Legible.
Yeah,
from an ear point of view.
Yeah, from an ear point of view, it was understandable.
Very legible.
Like you could understand what was being said. You could understand the points that were being made. Just the sound quality was bad.
Sound quality was pretty bad.
It was pretty awful.
Mm-hmm.
I tried as much editing magic as I could do,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Edited.
No. I did. I used to have to because of things like when you talk about Italian soup and whatnot. But anyway, now that we're live, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Just, unleashed.
Yeah.
So we took a long hiatus. This is, for people that are new here, maybe this is Gangrene Gaming's first show, and maybe it's other people's first show too. So
I have questions about that name, but we'll get to that later.
we took a hiatus. Andy had to get married.
Sure did.
It wasn't a choice. He literally had to.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get married. Had to buy a house to compensate for the marriage. And what have you.
I had to find a place to put her.
Yeah. So he was going through a lot of stuff himself. We were really becoming more and more challenging to find time to make the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it got to a point where it was just like, let's take a break. Let's take a break, and when we're ready, we'll come back stronger and harder than ever. Well, that happened a long time in between, and finally we did, and here we are. And I said, well, now I'm an accomplished Twitch streamer, so why don't we do it on Twitch?
Yeah, and that's pretty much the thought process that went into it.
And Andy didn't make fun of me for saying accomplished Twitch streamer.
That
feels good right here.
It's close to Easter. I feel nice.
Oh. So I already had a setup on Twitch and everything, and I was just like, cool, we're just gonna do it live. We're gonna stream it, and
so y'all get to see my lovely face.
Get to see your lovely face. They get to see my lovely face. The beard, which brings in viewers in itself. Not your beard. Your beard's garbage.
Beard is
but
garbage.
so yeah, here we are now, and this is episode 73. There's really no place that you can catch up on the older episodes, but we do have a YouTube page on Side Splitters.
We do.
So you can catch up on the video episodes there, because all these get dumped into YouTube page.
Mm-hmm. So now that we bored you to death, let's get right into it, I guess.
So do you want to start with clickbait news, or do you want to start with a topic?
Let's start with clickbait news. I like clickbait news. I'm sure a lot of other people in here would also like clickbait news.
Is that how we start clickbait news, Andy?
Come
on, you can do it.
Just calling for when you get it up on your phone. Do you have it on your phone?
I've had it on my phone.
I'm
genuinely curious if you know how we start clickbait news.
I wonder if it's Florida.
No.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Now it's time for my favorite segment.
Oh, it is.
Your favorite segment.
Yes.
Everyone in the world's favorite segment.
Yes.
A little bit more excitement to it. Clickbait news. So
my favorite segment.
There you go.
Your favorite segment. The world's favorite segment.
Preach.
Clickbait news.
Bam. Do you want to go to Texas, Oklahoma,
Okay.
or Florida? I busted out a Florida story.
I love that you busted out a Florida story.
I don't like to. I feel like it's a crutch these days.
No, everybody loves Florida, man. It's a very popular thing.
This one was good.
Okay, well then we'll save that one for last then. I want to go to Oklahoma. We almost never go to Oklahoma.
They're all pretty solid, to be honest.
Okay.
There was a couple listener, that decided use this for clickbait news.
Oh.
So yep, a couple of them given to me by listeners. As a matter of fact, I think 2 of them were.
Very nice.
Which makes my job a lot easier.
Yeah, right? Let's research on our part.
Yeah, if you guys ever find a fun story on the internet. For those that don't know, clickbait news is pretty much just a collection of news stories around the world that are just strange, bizarre, weird, fun, whatever. So if you guys ever find them, feel free to send them our way via Twitch. We got a Discord, Entertainment Inc. There's all kind of stuff you can send it to us on. But yeah, feel free to find a way to send them to us, or at least to me, not to him. The point of this, to me. Hence the name Clickbait News, is I will tell Andy part of the title, and he has to guess what happens next. So in this case, I would say, Andy, in Oklahoma, what did the woman use to get drugs and cell phones into prisons?
Well, the easy answer would be her anus, but
she didn't go into the prisons.
Oh, she didn't go into the prison.
No, she was outside. She was just...
Oh, she just sent it into the prison.
Yes.
So what mode of conveyance did she get it into the prison?
Yes.
I am going to say that she got it in through baked goods.
Woman used t-shirt gun to launch drugs... drugs and cell phones into prisons, authorities says.
Mm-hmm.
An Oklahoma woman was arrested after authorities say she used a t-shirt gun to launch drugs, cell phones, and other contraband over a prison fence. The Oklahoma Department of Corrections says the incident prompted a lockdown at the North Fork Correctional Unit in Sayre, about 120 miles west of Oklahoma City. The agency says authorities arrested Carrie Jo Hickman.
Sounds like an Oklahoma name.
Yeah, after discovering the t-shirt gun and another package in her vehicle. Tulsa television station KOTV reports that the container that was launched Sunday contained cell phones, earbuds, phone chargers, methamphetamine, digital scales, marijuana, and tobacco. That's quite a package.
Everything you need.
Hickman remained jailed Friday in Beckham County on complaints of introducing contrabands into a penal institution, conspiracy, and drug trafficking. Jail records don't list an attorney who could speak on her behalf. So, yeah. I mean... Here's a picture of the t-shirt cannon, too.
Nice.
Which, we can't.
We can't really... I mean, one day.
Yeah.
One day we'll get there. The technology's just not there yet.
Right.
One day, Google. So, my immediate thoughts on this, and I have to laugh, because I guess that's a big concern in prisons, is prisoners getting a hold of cell phones and using them. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been at several businesses, and I'm going to say institutions like schools and stuff like that, that have cell phone jammers.
Okay.
Why don't they use those in prison?
Well, that doesn't make it fair for the guards and the workers.
Guards and the workers.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
What do you mean?
Okay, that is my biggest problem here, that you don't see a problem with that. Guards are supposed to be guarding.
Right.
Not looking at their cell phone.
But what if they're using their cell phone to communicate that they need backup?
That's what walkie-talkies are for.
Fair enough.
I don't want my guy, the person who's supposed to be watching a death row inmate should not be playing Angry Birds while a prisoner is pacing their cage like a tiger going, oh man, I can't wait to rape the next guard I come across. I'm just waiting for that opportunity any day now.
Rape?
Rape. Because nothing says empowerment like unwanted sex. That's why they do it in prison.
Poor Carla. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, first of all, the thing that caught my eyes isn't so much the cell phone, it's the methamphetamines. And then the digital scale.
I wonder, is there a meth, kit that they could have? Does it come with the spoon and lighter as well, and then the meth? Or is it one of those, home, hey, have some of our Beekman's World, little chemistry set? to like do. I made some meth and I'm gonna have some.
You're saying in the prison. This is
Yeah.
filmed. Something tells me, I don't know what exactly, but something tells me they would use hollow chicken bones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Seems a bit of a stretch though.
Does it?
Yeah, it seems a bit of a stretch.
I bet you it's real. I would bet money that shit is real.
I don't see it.
Yeah, well, I did. Yeah, I don't know. The methamphetamine thing is really what gets me because I mean you're locked in a very confined space, and methamphetamine is known to make you hyperactive and just bounce off walls and shit. And I mean, you're in the wrong facility for that kind of stuff. So it's just I don't know. I don't see why you would want that high. You know what I mean?
I actually also think that it's a telling story of Oklahoma where somebody could hear a t-shirt gun go off outside of a prison and not think anything of it. Just be like, oh, that's them Crawfords down the street what done shoot at the birds.
All right.
We don't mind their boy, he's special.
Let's go to Texas.
Oh, let's.
Since you wanted to save Florida for last.
Mm-hmm.
So, what company did the Texas man test the policy of?
Like he just tested their policy.
Mm-hmm.
And a man did this.
Yes.
Girl Scouts of America. Sir, you have a penis.
Texas man brings steer to Petco to test all leashed pets are welcome policy.
Leashed pets.
He brought an actual steer. Giant. Okay. So, a man and woman from Texas. I mean, what better state, right? So,
absolutely.
A man and woman from Texas couldn't help but laugh as they recently walked their leashed steer into a Houston area Petco to really see if, quote, all leashed pets are welcome at that store.
Beautiful.
To Shelley Lumpkin and Vincent Browning's surprise, the African Watusi was welcomed with open arms.
African Batusi?
Watusi.
Okay.
It's the type of steer.
Okay.
Browning wrote on his Facebook page Monday on the staff members here are always super friendly and courteous to us. We really enjoy coming to this location. Our favorite Petco by far. The post has since earned more than 400,000 views. Oliver is owned and trained by Browning for rodeos and other shows, and although it's not clear exactly how much he weighs, African Watusi bulls can reach 1,600 pounds according to the Livestock Conservancy. Jesus, that was a tough one.
I was on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, Oliver has his own Facebook page too, which is also updated regularly.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. So, giant bull.
What do they go in there for?
I don't know.
Like, we service all leashed pets, and they brought this friggin'...
Well, it's not so much saying that they service them all. It's just so much saying that they're all welcome. Like, you can bring a dog as long as it's on his leash.
Just to walk the store.
Yeah, you ever go to, like, the pet stores or whatever, and it's just... Yeah.
Actually, they're all in the carts, and then I laugh. I laugh whenever a dog has an accident in the cart. And it just... Because you got a woman, like, putting this, like, Scottish Terrier in the cart, and the dog is like, yeah, oh, this is great, I'm out, I'm in the cart, I'm going. And then you just see this just brown lumps go through the grating of the shopping cart.
Ma'am. Look, I understand your terrier is beautiful, but Spike just made boom boom over there, and we're not happy about it.
Not at all.
What's up, Atera? So,
you get this here baggie.
Yeah, you take this here baggie.
Did the steer do that?
Oh, that would be great.
That would be great. I want to take a baby elephant in there.
As long as it's leashed.
As long as it's leashed. I'll take Dumbo around for a walk in Petco.
Would it be a fly?
Yeah, or you could ride the animal. I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean...
What would you name a cow? If you had a pet cow, what would you name it?
Dinner. I mean, come on.
That sounds about right.
If I have a pet cow, it's only for one reason.
I would name mine Horse.
Of course you would.
I would have a horse. I have a cow named Horse.
I mean, couldn't you just name it Cow?
No.
Why not?
Because that's insensitive for some reason.
No. You had cow and chicken.
No.
The chicken was named chicken. The cow was named cow.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
But I'm just saying.
No.
Right.
Horse. He's horse.
But to answer your question, I'm sure they went in there to get like dog supplies and stuff. I'm sure they had other pets that they typically.
Yeah, they just wanted to see if like, oh, well, let's walk around with a steer. The amount of work it would have taken to actually get the damn thing over to Petco in the first
I
place.
imagine they just walked it there.
Just walked it there? Where the hell's Petco?
Well, we don't know where their house is.
Oh, yeah. So I would just walk it there. Just we could drive it over there. And then walk it through the store.
What if it's right down the street?
I don't know. We're assuming a whole lot here. But
You're assuming a whole lot.
a cow in Petco is still neat. I just wish that it would have made boom boom. And then that would have been...
I mean, we don't know that it didn't.
We don't know that it didn't. You're right. Can you leash a fish?
What?
Can you leash a fish?
I don't think you can. What is happening here? Not now. Okay. Yeah, I mean... I'm sure you could. I don't
Just like drag it through the store.
Yeah.
Like, even if you had like a very unenthusiastic cat, just like laying down on the ground and you just drag it by its leash throughout the store.
I'm pretty sure if you're leashing a fish, it's going to be unenthusiastic about it.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna make a slime trail the entire way. It's probably just gonna be like. That's cruelty to animals. It's like it's not. That's not too good for the leash either.
On to Florida.
Okay.
Tell me how the Florida couple decided they wanted to sell drugs.
With a t-shirt gun. No. Actually, they wanted to sell it outside of playgrounds. Because kids are easy. Like, they are impulse buyers to the extreme. I like that.
You said you put that on a lollipop? No. So Florida couple built drive-through window at mobile home to sell drugs.
Okay. Now that is actually pretty industrious. I applaud them for their go-to efforts in selling of drugs.
I'll tell you this much. You don't think that's going to happen anywhere else.
No.
First of all, let me read it again. Drive-through window at mobile home to sell drugs.
Yes.
That is the most Florida thing.
Yeah.
So a Florida couple was arrested last week after they were caught allegedly selling drugs out of a drive-through window they constructed out of the side of their mobile home.
Allegedly.
Yeah. William Parrish Jr. and Mackenzie Dobbs of Ocala, Florida were arrested on August 23rd after investigators raided their mobile homes following reports of 4 drug overdoses in the area. Jesus. Ocala police said that the couple had turned a kitchen window into a drive-through so customers would not have to constantly enter and exit their home, potentially drawing unwanted attention. Yeah, because that's what's going to draw the unwanted attention. It's fun games till they see someone I've read.
That's true.
You know, but like...
Poor Oliver.
We don't want to draw attention to our home, so let's put up this drive-through window. Because surely that won't draw attention. All of a sudden this trailer has a drive-through window for who knows what.
Yeah, right? Like, and how do you even label it as a drive-through window? Like, is it just a window with a sill on it? Like, I don't understand.
It literally has a closed sign.
They actually have a business sign
Yeah.
on their damn window.
Yeah. But they didn't want to draw attention to people walking
Naturally,
in and out.
no.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
God.
house had signs directing people where to drive and indicated whether it was open or closed, police said. We were seeing some overdose incidents that were happening in this particular area, specifically at this particular location, said the police captain. There were some heroin sales that were going on there. Subsequently, through the investigation, we were able to determine the product was laced with fentanyl as well. Paris 32 was charged with driving under the influence, keeping a dwelling used to sell drugs, possession of drugs with intent to sell, and resisting arrest without violence.
Wait, that's a charge? Resisting arrest without violence. So they'll be like, sir, I need you to put your hands behind your back. No. Well, that's resisting arrest. Resisting!
Dobbs, 20, who has been charged with keeping a dwelling used to sell drugs, possession of drugs with intent to sell, possession of fentanyl, and possession of fentanyl with intent to sell, court records show. Well, what cracks me up there is why did one get the fentanyl charge and not the other?
Right, like they're both in it together. Who got charged with carpentry to the third degree?
Here's the great thing. William Parrish Sr., the guy's father, told TV his son had been, quote, trying to get himself straightened out and maintain reports of overdose were a, quote, lie.
Fake news.
Yeah, exactly. Just straight up. Nope, didn't happen. No, my son's a good son, damn it. He did all of his homework, did his chores. There's nothing wrong with what he's doing. This is a lie. He was selling burgers and french fries out of that window.
His wife makes the damnedest cupcakes, and I'm fairly certain that business window was the here-tell selling of them cupcakes.
Yeah, and that's it. Nothing else.
I mean, granted, the batter did have fentanyl in it. But that don't make it drugs. It just make it delicious.
That just make you want to keep coming back for more.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine?
No, not at all.
Oh, God. I mean,
Sir, my baking is not on trial here. My use of ingredients is.
Here's an interesting thought. And I think this can lead into our first talking point that I didn't discuss with you that we're going to be discussing on the show today. But I think since we're here, when in Rome.
When in Rome,
Monday,
do butt stuff.
From what I understand,
it's Greece.
Monday is going to be the day that New Jersey votes on whether or not marijuana is going to be made recreational.
Oh.
So I've been kind of following this for...
They couldn't wait till April 20th?
Well, no, because if they don't, then all of a sudden maybe they can vote again.
I can imagine that too. It's like, well, if we do decide not to make it legal, when's the next vote? April 19th. Oh, this is perfect. Just do it one day later. We'll be good.
Did you leave your phone on? Someone's yelling at us for leaving our phone. Oh, it's Novak too. So anyway, yeah, I mean, the interesting thing is, going back to the whole drive-through thing, one of the things in the bill is it's going to be legal to be consumed in your own home.
Okay.
There are going to be special stores that will sell and have a separate building for you to smoke it in.
Okay.
And then there's also going to be delivery allowed.
So like, Grubhub, but for marijuana.
Bud Hub. Copyright.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Hold on. Don't spread that shit around. We're making money.
Bud Hub. I like that. Holy shit. Yeah, so, like, yeah. The thing that immediately crossed my mind is, why would you not open up, like, a burger shack type thing?
They just seem to go well together. Like, why would you not serve... Like, okay, so you're allowed to have it recreationally. Are you allowed to, like, put it... Like, can I have a bakery that specializes in marijuana
Yes.
baked goods?
Well, you can have a dispensary that sells baked goods with THC in it.
Okay.
Yeah. It has to be a dispensary first, and then the baked goods come on the side. You can't have a bakery that sells, marijuana, from what I understand.
Okay.
But I think if you have a license to be one, you can make... I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
You could call it twice baked.
Copyright. These are all side splitters materials.
Yeah, these are all side splitters materials. Nobody can open a bakery called Twice Baked that includes THC in the cooking of said products, nor can you have a delivery service called Bud Hub.
Right.
We have the rights to that.
Yes.
Copyright.
Yes. 2019. March? Is it March? March 2019.
March 2019. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's just something that kind of made me laugh. Was the whole delivery concept, and then the drive-through thing.
It's genius. People are very industrious. I have to laugh that, like, people will take concepts that are pretty outdated and move them forward versus, like, actual establishments don't seem to be going anywhere with it. Like, honestly, going to the theaters seems a little outdated to me. Like, I mean, I get that it's a big screen. I get that it's surround sound and everything like that. But, like, honestly, if I could just stream the movie at home, I would.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely.
Yeah, I don't need an overpriced ticket for something that, and just be like, oh, man, I have to sit in a room with all these other people.
Yep.
Screw it. I will pay the same amount on a monthly fee. Just send that shit to my TV.
And I feel like there is a bunch of people that kind of feel that way. But there's also things that places are trying to do to revitalize the theater. Like, now you see people that have, like, gourmet foods being served at theaters. Mm-hmm. You see the reclining chairs and all that stuff.
Oh, because that's what I want. I'm going to see the new Avengers movie, but I want some shrimp scampi. Because that's the only way I'm going to enjoy this movie-going experience.
Yeah, I don't even want, like, buffalo wings or anything like that. Like, I don't... Personally, for me, what's your go-to movie food?
My go-to movie food? Mm-hmm. Nothing.
Okay.
I do not eat while watching a movie.
Okay.
You know why? Because I don't like the sound it makes. I want to watch a movie uninterrupted, so eating popcorn and stuff like that, it's just like I hear the crunching in my ear, and I'm trying to hear the subtlety of the dialogue. Like, this character met this other character, and he found the person that he's been longing for, and nachos ruin the scene.
For me, I don't really like popcorn.
It's in your teeth.
Yeah, and it just always tastes like it's stale.
Always?
Yeah.
Even when it's freshly popped?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, weird.
But I do like try watching A Quiet Place and eat popcorn.
Yeah.
I do like
oh man,
like especially Avengers movie. Obviously, I'm gonna go say it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need something.
All right.
I got 2 plans.
Yeah,
for
this guy can't go 3 hours without eating something.
No, not eating something. Just something. Let me explain myself here.
Okay.
So, I don't want a lot of water because that's going to make me have to use the bathroom too much, and I don't have to hold it for 3 hours. So I do need some water, bottle of water. That's it. I also don't want. I'm like you. I don't like to eat during watching. So before watching, I'll get the food and go in for the opening trailers and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get like pretzel bites, soft pretzel bites, with like the cheese sauce. And the reason I do this is because all that sodium helps stop any kind of urinage.
Okay. So that's the secret. You see a 3-hour movie, load up on salt. You'll never have to pee through it.
That's what marathon runners do.
Oh my god.
Like bikers and stuff. You know what I mean? Some of them just go. But I mean, I don't have...
I'm about to say, like, could you imagine being at the winner's circle of, like, the big bicycle tournament? What the hell is that called? The Pro Tour? Grand Prix? No, Grand Prix's cars. Whichever one that people can't drive do. And, the guy sits up there at the podium and is like, I won first place! Big old urine stain going down his pants. Tour de France? Is France the only place that allows bicycles?
I don't know.
Like, is that the only place you can competitively ride a bicycle?
I don't know if any of them know it neither.
I mean, we have classic cultured people in this room. We have Novak, right? Is he here? You know about Paris and the bike riding, right?
Cultured.
Cultured, yes. You've heard of Paris, I assume.
There's cultured meaning like stuff about other cultures, and then there's cultured like cheese. Novak's the cheese. He's even from Wisconsin.
Wow. That lined up pretty perfectly.
So anyway.
Anyway. Yep. Gravity works.
What was I saying?
The people don't. So sitting in a movie, you're gonna load up on salt.
So the salt is what I load up pre-movie. During the movie, I'll get like some sort of hard candy, just to have something. Make sure I don't get thirsty. Make sure no cotton mouth happens. I get dry mouth real easy, man. Mm-hmm. So that's usually my go-to.
Yeah,
or even like if I get like some sort of chocolate candy or something, like M&Ms for example, I'll get the peanut M&Ms, and I'll suck on the chocolate until I get nothing but peanut, without biting it. And it gives me something to do. I don't know. It occupies me. It sounds weird, but it's just my thing.
It is incredibly weird. See, I go into a stasis. Like I engross myself in a movie when I'm watching it. I do not need to go to the bathroom. I do not need to eat. I do not need to drink.
Right.
Nothing else matters but the viewing thing in front of me.
I think
then that's it.
I think part of the problem was back from when I was a smoker, and full hoagies in there. When I was a smoker, I just constantly had a desire to smoke a cigarette in the middle of a movie, and obviously I couldn't do that.
Marvel asking you if it was good for you, and you're like, absolutely.
and I also didn't want to get up and leave my seat and go outside and smoke a cigarette and waste time and not be able to see whatever 5-10 minutes it was that I'm missing. So that was something that would help me, and I think that has just kept on. You know what I mean? Even though I haven't smoked in 2+ years now, I don't even know how long it's been. It's just something I still do. It almost seems natural to me now at this point.
That actually reminds me of something that my wife and we went to go see the first Deadpool movie on Valentine's Day when it came out. Great thing to go see with your wife, and she had to go to the bathroom. Like one of the first times I've ever seen her have to go to the bathroom during a movie. Like we always just stay put and watch the movie and that's it. But she had to go, and she's like, "Take out your phone, record the part that I miss." No, I'm not doing that.
This is not my problem.
And then she wouldn't even go to the bathroom until I actually got my phone out. So I'm like, all right, fine, I'll record it.
You did it.
No. No, hear me out. I pulled out my phone, I got on the recorder thing, and I flipped it on. Like, the light came on the outside of the phone and everything like that. She started going down the stairs. I saw her turn the corner, put the phone away. I am not recording a movie in a theater while you go to the bathroom. Okay. We are going to watch it at home at some point, I'm sure. You should have thought of that. No, never mind. I'm not getting in trouble here.
Yeah, I think you already are, bud.
I probably am, yeah.
Hi, Carla. So, luckily for me, my wife does not watch this. She doesn't watch it live. She don't watch the VODs. She doesn't ask me how the show went. Like, nothing. Well, she asked me how the show went. Like, last episode was a lot of, wow, you're in trouble. Last episode was a lot of me talking about, Path of Exile time. So, see ya, go do whatever the hell you want. Get out of here, But she'll never know that existed. She'll never know that happened because she will never watch a VOD. She asked me how the show went, and I said, it went great. What you guys talk about? Stuff.
Okay. whatever we talk about.
Yeah. Couldn't really tell her what we talked about, and that we spent like 15 minutes talking about how, like, I tried to have the house to myself for Path of Exile and all that. But anyway, you had some points you wanted to touch on today.
I did.
And what were they again?
Branding.
Oh, that's right, the branding. The
branding thing.
Yeah, so why don't you go ahead and preface the listening audience here, the watching audience.
Okay.
Tell them about
so I had an idea, and I didn't know how many other people shared this concept, but you ever have it where when you're younger, you were just happy to have something. It didn't matter what it was. Like, if you went grocery shopping, like, you got whatever was on sale. When you got a car, the only thing you cared about was four wheels and an engine. It goes from point A to point B. Right? Certain preferences on things just didn't matter. But then as you got older, like, or for a select few things, it's this brand that you're going to go with, this make or model or whatever, and then you will not hear anything else about any other thing. And I didn't know if you had any of that in particular, because I was trying to think of it, and, like, I'm not too picky. Like, I'll get my macaroni from Kraft or, Sargio.
Sargio?
Sargio? I don't know.
Well, there's Sargento and there's Sergio.
Sergio?
Yeah.
There's no J in it. Damn the Italians. Sergio. Weird way to pronounce things. It didn't matter for me where the macaroni came from, as long as it was macaroni. I don't care what kind of car I drive, as long as it drives. All that other stuff. But, like, the stuff that I find that I'm picky about is, like, I find that branding for, like, video games, depending on what company it comes from, like, is the quality that I'm looking for. It's like, oh, a first-person shooter. It's like, no, I don't think I'm going to play a first-person shooter from friggin' Niantic Games, because that's just not what they do. But I will play a first-person shooter from, like, Treyarch or something like that, because that's what they do. They do first-person shooters, and that's it. So, that's where I became picky about things. Like, oh, an RPG. It's like Bethesda. I will play a Bethesda RPG because I like Bethesda RPGs. But
so for me, it's kind of the opposite, for the most part. So I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, Kraft macaroni. Who cares? Whatever. To me, it's like so sometimes there's foods that I like specific. What's up, Noodles? Sometimes there's foods that I like specific brands too. Sometimes there's things that it's just like, wait a minute, this brand's making that? I gotta try this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you see, now I'm kind of at a loss here for an example. If Snickers was to make a macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
Sounds bizarre, right? Well, it wouldn't be
bizarre.
Snickers. It would be like, what is that, the M&M company?
Yeah, I think so.
Like anyway, the point of the matter is, if, like, some sort of candy company was to, like if Nabisco all of a sudden was like, hey, we're coming out with a soda.
I felt the same way about Dove when they made soap. I'm like, oh, Dove soap. Oh.
My point is I would be more inclined to try it just because of the off-branding for it. Like,
okay.
This brand is trying something new. That's how it goes with food. It also is how it goes with, like, like you said, Niantic making a first-person shooter, I would try that. Like, I'd be like, let's see what they can do. You know what I mean? How bad can they mess it up? I mean, for starters, I don't really like first-person shooter games, so maybe Niantic is the company that needs to bring me in. Maybe. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that don't really like RPGs, but if all of a sudden the Call of Duty developers made an RPGs, maybe they'll try it.
Maybe. But also like clothes branding and stuff like that. Like I don't care about Aeropostale or Under Armour or any of that other bullshit. Like it's clothing. Like you all are lucky that I put something over these steel buns of mine. Thank you. I mean, maybe not. Maybe you do like it. I can show you something. But no, we can't do that on Twitch. Never mind.
No, we can't.
I can't even be shirtless.
Stop that.
What?
There is two things.
It's V-neck.
That I will say about this whole situation. For starters, no, I don't care about what brand shirt I wear or anything like that. I don't care about what brand jeans I wear. Jeans are jeans to me. Mm-hmm. Specifically, jorts are jorts. I like my jean shorts. Always have, probably always will. I have a feeling they're kind of getting out of the possibility of being purchased anymore. I literally have to go like through hoops and ladders to get a pair of jean shorts these days. It's not as easy to find them as you think.
Yeah, buy some from John Cena. He's got plenty.
So anyway, I don't really care about the branding on that stuff. I don't care what kind of shoes. For shoes, I'm just looking for something that's comfortable. If someone tells me, hey, get these shoes, they're going to be really comfortable. Sure, I'll believe it. But when it comes down to kind of two things, there is your wife brought this up, a pair of underwear that I'm specifically partial to. Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of MeUndies?
No, it sounds like an Irish company though.
God damn, they're comfortable.
Oh, get your hands on MeUndies.
Usually, what's funny is I heard about it through podcasting. Like, they advertise a lot through podcasting. God, that's a lot of light coming in through the sun.
Right? Like, I feel like we're dying. Like, we're just passing on to the other side. It's like, no, the light.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Handy. So, there is a lot of podcasts that advertise with MeUndies. And usually you go to MeUndies' website and there's like, hey, get free shipping if you type in this code, or 15% off your first order if you type in this code, whatever. So there's a couple of podcasts I listen to. One of them being Tell 'em Steve Dave that has advertisements for it. Maybe someday Side Splitters will have it. You go to MeUndies.com, type in Side Splitters and get free shipping. Just an idea. MeUndies, if you're listening.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness though, they spoke so highly of these underwear, and I'm like, how good can underwear be? And I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? If it'll support them, I'll try it out. And I did.
I'll let them support me.
And oh my God, was I hooked. Now, they are not cheap.
Okay.
They're not cheap, but they're also not the type of underwear that like you wear for like a month, and not straight, mind you, but you wear for a month and eventually you get like this giant hole in the middle of them. Like, no, they are strong, supportive, comfortable. It's a good pair of underwear. If I'm going to buy more underwear, it's going to be through them.
Actually, I just thought of something that I definitely do have a branding bias on. My shower stuff is all one brand.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's something I really don't give a damn about.
And I don't go anywhere else. Like even having the option, like I don't even care how much money it is. Like it's that brand and that's it.
Huh.
Yeah.
See, for me, showering for me, if I can get
happens briefly.
Okay. If I can get as many utilities out of one bottle as possible, golden. So if I can get right now in my shower, I have a 3-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, body wash. It's awesome.
I don't like what conditioner does to your pubes. So like trying to have something that doesn't include a body wash on that, it's just weird. People know what I'm talking about, right? Like putting conditioner on your pubes, terrible.
My friend, we need to have a conversation after this episode.
Oh, why?
I need to bring you into Team One Wipe.
One Wipe?
Novak, if you're still out there, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't understand.
You will later.
Okay.
So the other thing...
Looking forward to it.
The other thing is... I'm a simple man. I don't like many extravagant things. I like my jean shorts, t-shirts, or even long sleeves. It doesn't matter. If you throw a logo of a team that I like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But there's a certain piece of clothing, gear, I don't know what you want to call it, that I am very partial to when it comes to the brand. And this is probably the most important one to me. Because if I buy a hat, it has to be New Era 5950 fitted flat brimmed. It cannot be anything other than those four things.
That's a lot of specific things
it
that
has
a hat has
to be
to be.
those things. Has to be. I am currently hat shopping right now. I cannot find a hat. My problem is I buy New Jersey Devils hats and New York Giants hats. I have a basketball team. It's the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't care enough about them to follow them enough. So if I wear a New Orleans Pelicans hat, someone's going to be like, oh, what'd you think of so-and-so's game last night? And I'm not going to have a damn clue what the hell they're talking about because I haven't watched basketball and who the fuck knows how long. So I'd rather not be a front runner with that. Even though I like the team, I support them to the best of my ability without watching the game. I don't want to come off as that guy. Ask me anything about the Giants, I'm good. Ask me something about the Devils, I can roll with it. Ask me something about the Yankees, nope. I got no idea. I do not follow baseball. Once upon a time I did, and I like the Yankees, but I don't follow baseball anymore.
The only thing I know about them is they sell candles, but that's about it.
So, yeah. So I'm limited to the Giants hats and the Devils hats. The problem with those is I've already bought all the Giants hats and all the Devils hats that 5950 New Era flat brimmed fitted hats are available to.
Wow, that is a mouthful.
Yeah. So all those hats, you better wipe more than once. All those hats, that's Carla. Snapback sucks so bad and looks so terrible. Thank you, Noodles. Oh my God. I friggin' hate snapbacks, dude. I can't stand them. The fact that they came back and everyone's just like, gotta get my snapback. I gotta wear it like this.
Oh God, put it back.
So stupid.
Thank you.
I mean, come on. I'm not saying you gotta wear them backwards and be as cool as me, but, you know, what's wrong with a nice fitted hat? Have a size that only you can wear. Your head's not gonna grow. It's not gonna shrink. You shouldn't share a hat, Andy.
I just don't wear hats in general.
Let me tell you something.
I don't.
Let me tell you something. I got this hat right here. This is a hat that I have.
It is a hat. The court will conceive.
It's a flex fit hat. It's a curved brim, which I can get by, but you know, if I put it on, it's not gonna. It looks like a ski hat. Now, as you will see, it's a countdown to Geek Town hat. Now, Countdown to Geek Town is actually a podcast that we're good friends with, and they've been on a couple episodes before, and us on theirs as well.
Yeah.
So I would love to support them as much as possible. I can't bring myself to wear that hat. I just can't. I try to. Sometimes I do, but I just can't bring myself to wear it.
Thanks, Eric and Jesse.
Yeah, thank you. So, you know what the worst part about it is? Eric bought that hat for himself. He asked me if I wanted a hat, and I said only if it's fitted. And he goes, I bought the fitted one for myself, but I'll send it to you anyway. And I don't even wear the damn thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and now I'm announcing that publicly. He's going to hear this.
I mean, I just don't wear hats in general. So if anybody sends me a hat for whatever reason, it ain't going on this head. I can't do it.
If anyone out there knows of a website where I can get New Era 5950 fitted flat-brimmed hats, it'd be great. It doesn't have to be Giants. It doesn't have to be Devils. I was looking for, like, comic book hats. There's a lot of people that wear hats with comic book characters on there.
Yeah, nobody's going to ask you about team trades. Oh, what'd you think of the X-Men getting rid of Wolverine for Alpha Flight? I'm like, I don't know. I think the points are going to go down against the Brotherhood this season.
Yeah, no one's going to ask me those questions. But even if they did, I'd come prepared with some answers. Get your merch, right? So, I don't know. I've seen, like, a cool Venom hat. I've seen a cool Carnage hat, which would fit me so well.
Right.
So well. You know what I mean? I'd wear it on stream. Hey, it's Carnage. Look at that. He's got a Carnage hat on. He's got the Carnage comic books right there. He's got a Carnage freaking action figure. He's literally got a freaking action figure of Carnage right here.
Yeah,
like,
not at all.
So many.
Not at all. Not at all.
The point is, the Carnage hat, the Venom hat, the Spider-Man hat, the Iron Fist hat even. I was willing to buy an Iron Fist hat if it was fitted.
That's a commitment that I just can't bring myself to have.
If it checked all the boxes that I require for a hat, I'd have bought it. It didn't. And it was ugly. It was like bright yellow and green. It was bad looking.
Packers colors.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, At least they do it somewhat stylish. His just had like a V of green going through the middle. Oh, it was terrible. It looked like Iron. I don't know, like a sick Iron Man or I don't know, Asian Aquaman or I don't know. Anyway,
Brazilian swashbuckler.
yeah. So it was just bad looking. But the point of the matter is, all these hats, no matter what, they miss something. Whether if it's a flex fit instead of a fitted. Like it doesn't give me my exact size. It's a curved brim instead of a flat brim. It's not quite 5950. Which, when I don't get a New Era 5950, it comes up to like here. It looks like a toddler hat. It's awful.
I think you would look good in a series of beanies.
Very ad-heavy episode. We're not talking about ads. I'm just saying what we like. But no, I don't like beanies because they make my head sweat. So, that's that.
Do you even own a beanie?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have the Snoogans beanie from Jay and Silent Bob.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
So, last night, I was hanging out with some streamer friends. Gangrene in the chat. Also, Broken Bungee, Madhouse. A couple of other guys that I stream with and everything and watch streams of. They met up with me here in Jersey. And one of the first things that was said to me with Gangrene, because I met Broken Bungee and I met Madhouse before, never met Gangrene before. So he hops out the car, sees me, and one of the first things out of his mouth is just like, so is it a New Jersey thing to try to look like Kevin Smith as much as possible? Because I had the hockey shirt on, the jean shorts, the backwards hat. He's just like, what's the deal here? So what was funny about it is just like, well, actually, I was listening to Jay and Silent Bob Get Old on the way over here. So I happen to be a Kevin Smith fan. And now saying that I have the Snookins hat too. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But what was the other thing you wanted to touch on?
We talked about having to touch on the Google thing, but there was that, and there was the music thing. I was like, if there's still a song that elicits an emotional response.
Oh, you know what? I'd rather talk about that. The Google thing, I'll speak very briefly on Stadia.
Okay, that works.
So, for those that don't know, Stadia recently came out. Google came out and announced Stadia. Stadia is Reader's Digest version. Stadia is pretty much platformless gaming, right?
Yeah, that's essentially.
It's all based on the cloud. You don't have to have any kind of fancy hardware to run some of the newest modern games. So you can have a game come out literally next week that would typically require all kind of hardware requirements. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have it, it's fine. You can play it on Google Stadia, which is a cloud-based thing. I'm assuming there's going to have to be some sort of subscription fee or something like that.
You would think, because they haven't made a price point yet.
And you can play it no matter what device you're running it on. You can literally play it on your phone, a Chromecast, your laptop, a desktop. What else am I missing here?
Not on your Xbox.
Tablet. Right. Anything that can have Google Chrome.
Yeah, anything that can access to Google Chrome.
Anything with access to Google Chrome PC wins. So, in this scenario, it doesn't matter if you have PC or not. If you have a phone or a tablet or a laptop or a TV with a Chromecast, which I have all four.
Although I can imagine the frantic games trying to play those on your phone would kind of suck.
Right. So, I mean, obviously you're limited by screen space and all that, but the point of the matter is none of these things require any kind of hardware because Google is good enough to have several pieces of hardware all strung together and upload it through their own servers so that you can play it through the server.
Our lords and masters at Google.
Yeah, I mean,
thank you for providing this technology for us.
Assuming that it's going to get provided properly. The one thing I'll say about it is it has to live up to all the standards that they're creating for it. It has to be lag free. It has to be no need for high internet speeds, which is something they said you can do it all with 25 megs download speed, which if that can happen, that's a very common thing. No latency issues. Yeah, you can't have latency issues. They hit them all? I don't remember anything else.
I know they said no offline downloading.
That's fine. I mean,
that's the thing that I do like about the consoles is that, I don't have internet right now, but I can still play it for later.
Well, here's the thing. If you download it offline and try to play it, now all of a sudden you're not using their hardware. You're using your own.
Yeah.
So they very well can't promise that your hardware is suddenly going to be better just because you downloaded it from their servers.
Won't stop me from complaining about it, though.
One thing that I did appreciate is the fact that they use the term teraflops a lot.
Flop, 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 flop.
And I'm just like, oh, good. They're trying to sell the consoles. They're trying to sell the console people. They're using the term teraflops.
Teraflops. I can make up words, too, and make it sound cool.
They specifically said there's more teraflops than both Xbox and PS4.
Yeah, but Xbox has better giggity floops.
You might be right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I don't want to touch too much on it because I don't feel like we need to. All I'm saying is if it does everything that they're promising it's going to do, I think it'll be great. If they don't, if they miss on so much as one thing, it's going to flop.
I miss Newgrounds.
It is going to teraflop.
Cute.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. I miss Flash gaming on Newgrounds.
I mean, without Newgrounds, we wouldn't have Castle Crashers.
Exactly.
And that's a treasure.
Mm-hmm.
Kickity floops. So yeah, the song thing.
Yeah, so my question that I posed to Lyle earlier today was, and I don't know if we've ever talked about this. I mean, we're 70 episodes in and I have Alzheimer's. What are we, like...
Explains the hair.
Yeah. Is there a song or a series of songs that you feel like you get a strong emotional response from hearing? One way or the other. It could be a song that makes you incredibly happy every time you hear it, or something that just like, instantly depresses you as soon as you hear the chords or something like that.
So without getting into it too much here, yes is the overall answer. There's tons of them.
Good. Moving on to the next thing.
I can talk on this subject for a whole episode if we wanted to.
How much time do we have left?
Enough that we're going to talk on this one until we end the episode.
Okay, fair enough.
So, just last week, as a matter of fact, there's summertime's coming up in at work. We're going to be hiring, well, not hiring, but bringing back teenagers to work for the summer as a temporary job. It's a busy season for us, so we just get a little bit of additional help.
If you call it help.
Yeah, no need for any permanent slots or anything.
No permanent slots.
So, as the person that kind of has to like manage what's going on with the teenagers, I came up with a way to make sure they're doing their job correctly this year. Right?
Okay.
Hear me out. So, long story short, I'm going to have a weekly list for them, and they have to accomplish all the goals in that list at the end of the week.
Okay.
I don't care how fast they do it. I don't care how slow they do it. So if they finish everything by Thursday, that means Friday can be easy for them. Doesn't mean they don't have to show up. It just has to be easy for them, in order to gauge how much stuff they have to do, I'm going to be working next week with, pretty much... Okay, it's hard to explain without getting too much into detail, so I'll try. Basically, the one segmented thing that they're going to have to do every week is fill containers of spices. For those who don't know, I work at a spice warehouse. We repackage spices, blah, blah, blah. So when you fill containers of spices, I want to see how many I can do next week and average it out by how much I did an hour per week without counting in all the other stuff I do. So in other words, by the end of the 40-hour week, I'm going to take however many containers I filled and take that number and divide it by 40, and that's going to be how many containers per hour I filled. But I'm not going to include in those 40 hours the time that I loaded up delivery drivers, or the time that I brought in a delivery, or the time that I had to go do this or go do that, whatever the case may be, because I wear a lot of hats, as long
as they're a specific brand and a specific style. Yes.
Yeah. So, without taking in all that into consideration, the reason I'm even remotely talking about this is because
I was wondering because we're like doing one of these.
Yeah. I was talking to my coworker. It's about to come all the way back.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to bring in headphones every day next week, and I'm going to wear them all day next week so I can stay focused and not have to get, sidetracked or anything like that. And I'm going to listen to podcast all week and not music. And he goes, there a reason you mentioning that? I said, yes, because if I listen to music, I'm going to go way too hard.
Okay.
Like, when I listen to music, if the right song comes on, sometimes it's just like overdrive time. And it's just all of a sudden, it's just like, yeah! And you just start getting into it and everything. And next thing you know, I did way too much. I'm out of breath and I don't know why. So it's just like, because you listen to the one song and it pumps you up, and then you go to the next song and it's like some super slow song. It's like, no, skip. Here we go, yeah. And you just get back into it again. And it's like, it's fine, but it's not going to work for me trying to gauge what I'm doing. So next week I'm not going to listen to music at all at work, and it's going to be weird. But the point of the matter I'm getting at here is sometimes music can not only elicit certain emotional things, but also give me a surge of adrenaline sometimes.
Okay.
And there's actually a book out there that I read once. It's called This Is Your Brain on Music. And it's a book exactly explaining this. Why we have certain emotional attachments to music. Why we have certain feelings that we get from listening to music. Why certain sounds, like the crunching of leaves or something like that, makes people happy and stuff like that. Like all the ASMR stuff and all that.
The impressive part about all this is that Lyle uttered in the phrase, he read a book.
I knew that was coming.
I mean, you know me too well for me not to point that out.
Motherfucker, what is on these walls?
They have pictures.
I don't care if they're funny books or not. They're still books.
They have pictures. It's the only reason you even bothered with them.
I didn't say this book didn't have pictures.
You got me there. A book about music definitely has pictures.
Well, how else will you hear the sounds?
With your ears.
Not on a book, fool.
Not on a book.
No, it doesn't have much pictures.
I love when my books have theme songs.
Yeah.
You just like, I'm surprised they don't have that technology yet. So, I mean, they have birthday cards that will sing to you. Why don't they have a book that as you read through the pages, it changes music that comes out of the book?
Audiobooks.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's the same thing, is it not?
No, it's not the same thing. Nobody gives audiobooks as e-cards.
I mean, you're literally just trying to make like what do they call that?
E-cards.
Steampunk version of a audiobook.
Damn it, it's still fashionable.
Like you're trying to make it modern, but at the same time prehistoric. Like there's no need for it. I want a book that I actually have to flip through that reads through me. No, you got it all right here.
Fair enough. So,
Everybody Dance Now makes me dance no matter where I am.
yeah, no, that's true. That's my wife.
Yep.
That is absolutely my wife.
I don't know what Everybody Dance Now. Oh, that.
Everybody dance now.
Okay. Yeah, that doesn't do that to me.
There's not a song that when it comes on the radio, you're just like, you gotta shake the jelly a little bit.
There's some songs that when on my stream, like I'll be streaming or whatever, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh. Specifically, if someone plays "Goodbye Horses" by Lazarus Q.
Never heard it.
Oh yes, you have. You just don't realize you heard it.
Oh, all right.
I immediately have to take out my chapstick, look into the camera. Would you fuck me?
Oh, that song. That song. Never knew the title of it.
I cannot help it. Just every time it comes on, I'd fuck me.
Wow. The sad part is that I don't have any songs attached to I don't have songs attached to happy memories. I think probably the closest I have is for me there was an entire summer, and I'll always remember that summer for the rest of my life, that was attached to Bloodhound Gang's Bad Touch.
I had a similar... Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, that whole summer, whenever I hear that song, it reminds me of that entire like saga of my life, and that's it. Everything else, though, like Three Doors Down, Loser, that was also attached to other memories. It's just like, man, I'm glad I got out of that point in my life.
Yeah, most of the time it was just like, God, I was such an awful teenager at one point.
Yeah, yeah. And then, what was it? Rehab's Red Water. That one.
What does that do for you?
It's
Go ahead.
It's kind of, it's a little depressing.
Okay.
But it's more or less like a cautionary tale for me.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things where like, I don't want to be that guy in Red Water. So like you try to not focus just on the achievements in your life, but actually take, a step back and appreciate them as well.
So for those that don't know, the song Red Water by the group Rehab is a song basically explaining the essentially perfect life that someone has. and how great everything's going for him. But one day out of nowhere, he commits suicide. They find him in a pool, in like a bathtub of overflowing red water because he killed himself in a bathtub. And it's a very depressing song.
Yeah.
You're right. What's funny about it is it brings back nothing but happy memories for me.
Really?
Yes. There was a time when that CD first came out.
I'm going to sit back here and I am going to listen to this off screen. You tell me how that song is happy.
When that CD first came out, me and a buddy of mine and his brother were playing that hell out of that CD. Like, we loved that group. We heard a new CD. We're like, yes, put that bitch on. At the same time, we're all working, not getting paid a whole lot, but we didn't have a lot of responsibilities. And we all happened to be 21 or older. So we drank a lot. We would actually walk around town with said alcoholic beverages, shouting at the top of our lungs the last song that was stuck in our head, which happened to be the second to last song on the track, or on the CD, Red Water. So when I hear that song, it elicits memories of me just walking around like drunken lullaby style, just like, he was laying, just drunk as fuck. It's like 1 a.m. We're walking down the street just singing at the top of our lungs with this song. It's so stupid, and it's such a depressing song, but it makes me so happy to think back on that. And it's weird, but it's just, that's the great thing about it, though. It can work so many different ways.
No, that's
you, it makes depressed. Me, it makes happy. I mean, and I'm sure there's plenty of songs like that. Like, then there's some bittersweet songs, like maybe there's songs that I'm like, oh, this reminds me of a relationship or something like that, and when I got out of it, this is what I listened to constantly to cope with the loss of that relationship. But I listened to it to deal with it, and now I listen to it and I'm like, God, that was such a freaking miserable time, and how pathetic of me to have to go to a song to get over a relationship. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things, like, I'm glad I'm not that person anymore. Good song, though.
There's actually one song that was playing on the radio twice while I got into a car accident. Like 2 different accidents, the same song from the radio. One was the radio, one was a mixed CD that I had. And like now whenever I hear that song, the only thing it brings up is like, oh, that time and that other time that I got into a car accident. Oh, and it was also playing when I poured my heart out to somebody and they fucking crushed it. So yeah.
Was okay.
It no, it wasn't you. It's Metallica's My Friend Misery.
Huh.
Yeah. 2 car accidents and a brutal dumping. That song was there all 3 times. Wow.
Yeah, you see, I have a song that was playing when something tragic happened in my life. We won't get into that. Episode 50, y'all. Yeah, that song always reminds me of that. Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, like I said, man, there's a lot of different songs that just elicit positive response or negative response, and makes me energetic, makes me just kind of want to sit back and just go, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of different stuff, and obviously you have memories associated with songs and everything like that, and that, for whatever reason, like you said, Red Water's a depressing song. It makes you kind of depressed. Me, it makes me happy. I'm just like, oh, that was a good time. It's weird, but that's how it works. Then, of course, you and I both being married, we have wedding songs.
We do have wedding songs.
So you got that to go for you. You know what I mean? Like, now all of a sudden we don't have...
Although...
Now, mind you, and this is about to get real dark real quick.
Oh, boy.
But
I can't wait.
Let's just say the future happens that, maybe for some reason... I'll use myself as an example because I'd hate to even mention the thought of this happening to either you or Carla. But maybe for some reason things don't work out between me and my wife. We get a divorce, whatever. Now all of a sudden that wedding song that we had is going to be horrifying for me. Just do not want to hear it. And honestly, it's from 311, which is one of my favorite bands. So to be able to have a song that I no longer want to listen to by that band is going to be tragic for me. Now, on the much more darker side of that, for some reason, my fat ass outlives her. You know what I mean?
Statistically impossible, but all right.
Right. So it's just, God, that would suck because that song would absolutely crush me all of a sudden. But yeah, it's just, one of those things that we have those songs now to look back on and go, that was a fun day. You know what I mean? But yeah.
No, that's true. Actually, I remember, one of the nice songs that I have a moment with my wife with is You know, the song, Yeah!
Oh, the Lil Jon song?
The Lil Jon with Nelly and
It's Usher, isn't it?
Usher, right. They all look the same.
Continuing.
Yeah, so continuing, we were in at an abandoned mall parking lot. It was just us. We were the only ones there. And, you know, I had the doors open to her car, and that song was just blaring out of it. And, you know, just doing such a bad job at dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that going on in the parking lot, and I was doing my best to not just look completely retarded. But so we at some point, like while we were having fun, the security drove up and asked if we were okay because they saw us on the cameras and they thought I was having a seizure.
Oh my goodness.
So I hear that song, and of course it always just brings back that particular memory. I guess that would be a happy memory because that does bring a smile to my face every time. I'm just like, man,
Well,
I was so bad at dancing to that they thought I was dying.
what better way to end the show on?
Right?
So with all that being said, had happy times, sad times, and some confusing times.
Very confusing.
The only thing left to do is to name the episode and be on our way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have not checked the numbers for last week's episode, so I couldn't tell you what kind of numbers that brought in.
Okay.
So let's just say that we don't have to go with a sex-related title this time.
Oh, good.
And see how it compares. So what do you got for me?
Bud Hub trademarked.
Trademark. Was that before or after?
What?
That was during the show, right? That
Yeah.
We said that? Okay.
Yeah, because we were talking about the people that did the drive-through thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I wanted to go with what happened before the show, then I would simply title the show Pasta e Fagioli. So to the rest of the world, it would look like Pasta Fazool. But you know what's up.
So for those that came in a little late, if you want to go back and check the VOD on the YouTube or whatever, there was a great pre-show that we had today. If for whatever reason you didn't like the episode, you could 100% blame it on the fact that we completely blew our funny load before the show started because my God, that was hysterical. I am going to go back and watch it myself. Andy went on a bit of a rant with Italian foods and the pronunciations of it. And yeah, that was fun. So yeah, Bud
Hub trademarked.
Mm-hmm. What was the other thing we said?
Oh, Twice Baked.
Twice Baked.
Trademarked.
What's the word?
Parking lot seizures.
No. There's a phrase with So for those that don't know that are maybe new here or even listening to the episode for the first time, like gangrene.
Oh right, yeah, sorry.
At the end of every episode, we usually try to name it, and it's usually something that's try to stay relevant to the topics talked about and everything. And this is kind of what we're going through now. But there's like twice bitten, first shy, or something like that. What's it called?
Oh, once bitten, twice shy.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
once toked, twice baked.
That is the name of the episode. That'll do it for episode number, what are we on? 73?
73.
Episode number 73, aptly titled
Once Toked, Twice Baked.
My name is Lyle.
And I'm Andy.
Yeah, that's it. We will see you guys 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now. Yeah.
We might even have some fun April Fool's stuff happening.
Ooh, April Fool's stuff. I like April Fool's.
So until then, guys, you guys have a great rest of your March, and we'll see you in April.
Don't obscure me.